Very good morning to all of you. As I understand, people from all over India attend this program. I would like to maintain the language of delivery in English, but I can assure you, if at all you have any doubt, you can very well converse me in either Tamil or Hindi. I am well versed with Tamil, Hindi, and English. I am happy to clear your doubts in your language. Let us go to the program. Overall equipment effectiveness. OEE. So before going to the program, I would like to introduce myself. My background is given here. The main reason, there are two reasons for me to place my background here. One reason, in general, whenever there is an audit in the organization, the auditors ask for the tutor's competence. So that is one reason. And second reason, more importantly, in IATF 16949, this is one of the requirement where it says that the competent of the trainer has to be uh, maintained as documented information, especially when they are providing training on internal auditor training course. The standard itself calls for it. The class number is 7.2.3. That is the main thing. Since your organization is IATF 16949 certified, I can tell you that I am a AIAG certified lead auditor for IATF 16949, and I am a Plexus International trainer. Plexus International is the licensed partner of AAAG, which is Automotive Industry Action Group. This Automotive Industry Action Group is a part of IAOB, International Automotive Oversight Bureau, USA. This International Automotive Oversight Bureau is a part of IATF, International Automotive Task Force. International Automotive Task Force comprises of 5 team members plus one administrative members. I can say administrative office located in China. Who are those 5 team members? One is IAOB, which I have told you already a few minutes back, International Automotive Oversight Bureau, USA, and SMMTIF, Society of Motor Manufacturers and Transport Industry Forum, UK, and ANFIA, ANFIA from Italy, and FIAV, France, and VDA, Germany. So all these 5 members put together IATF. These IATF members are maintaining this 1694, IATF 16949. So AIAG has given license to provide training. They are the people who take the knowledge, whatever has been made in the form of standard. They take those knowledge and facilitate those knowledge are being reaching to people like us. So they have licensed Plexus International USA, and I am part of that training group. They have recognized me as a trainer and coach for various standards. What you see here: IATF 16949, ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, ISO 50001, AS 9100. For all these standards, I can provide training on their behalf. Fine. So, what are the other attributes of mine? I am in this industries for the past 3.5 decades. So on that 20 years I was in the industry, 15 years into training and consulting for various industry vertical. You can see here, and trained over 20k participants, completed over 100 projects. So the reason why I am telling you all these things here is, in the coming slide you will be seeing the area where I provide training. So here also you have seen my qualifications. So these are my scope of training and consulting. Under this scope of training and consulting, you can very well consult me. You can, if at all you have any clarifications, you can raise your clarifications. So this is the another reason why I am placing my profile here. Number one, you need to know that am I competent enough to handle this program, and your organization has to document my competency for the purpose of that you have taken training from an authenticated trainer. That is one reason. The second reason being, if at all you have any clarifications, you can go through my profile. If you feel that I will be the person who can support you in terms of clarifying this doubt, you can very well approach me. So as I told you, 20 years I'm here. Okay, fine. Regarding the awards, I've been awarded as a best soft skills and corporate trainer, and recently I've been awarded as one of the top 10 consultants in India by one of the leading magazine, Industry Outlook. Okay, so these are all the area of offerings where you can uh, get in touch with me if at all you need any support. Manufacturing process improvements on lean, value stream mapping, application of industry engineering concepts, visual factory, and system implementation, and that takes care of business bottom line. See, we don't wanted the certificate for the sake of certificate. Certificate is just a paper. So the content, whatever the standard gives, it's all, if at all an organization religiously follow those things, the organization will be benefited. So by providing training and consulting of this standard to get implemented, the organization gets sorted. And moreover, each OEM coming out with their own checklist. So understanding those checklist requirements and helping the organization to implement and comply to those requirements helps the organization to get orders, by which the business flow will be very smooth. That too without any complaints. Then business process improvements, setting objective for the organization, setting the success path for the organization. Then technical training. This is one of the training which is a part of this technical training what you are going to have today, and training on soft skills and how to make the people so employable to understand by themselves, by self-awareness, motivation, etc., etc. These are all the scope of my training. Okay, moving forward, this is the vision statement: to become first choice consultant in training and development by providing solutions towards world class in the area we work with. So we would like to become the first choice consultant, uh, whatever the area we are working on. So how we will be chosen as first choice? To enrich knowledge continuously. If you see, I came out of the industry during 2005. Since 2005, I'm going on enriching the knowledge. You would have seen in my earlier slide. So far, what are the things I have acquired, and even now I am going on acquiring various knowledge. By acquiring the knowledge only, we can transfer the required level of understanding to the people whomever coming to us for training. So to enrich knowledge continuously and transform appropriately to the trainee so that they are enlightened and choose us the first choice consultant. So once you really feel that you got the requirements fulfilled, definitely you will be recommending us. Automatically we will become the first choice consultant. Fine. The objectives of this program to understand the terminologies and its definitions used on OEE, specific OEE calculation sheet, methods to improve OEE from the current level, method of achieving OEE as per targets taken in business plan. So these are all the contents, terminologies and its definitions. What are all the terminologies used? Like what do you mean by effectiveness? What do you mean by efficiency? Overall equipment effectiveness. I am seeing in many places, they are calling as overall equipment efficiency. Why it is effectiveness? Why it is not efficiency? Efficiency is output by input. Whatever the sales you got, whatever the this efficiency formula is same for in electronics. The amplification on amplification efficiency, how efficiently it got amplified. What is the input power given? What was the output we got? If you take a mechanical pump, what is the input given? How much power it got as an output? The same thing in the organization. What is the sales you got, and what are all the expenses? Sales, the amount of sales in terms of value, put it in the numerator. The amount of investments like labor cost, machine cost, power cost, overheads, everything put in the denominator. So for burning this much, how much you got out? Output by input, that is efficiency. What is effectiveness? Achieved by plan. What you have planned, what you have achieved. So when you come to OEE, the calculation is availability. The machine should be available for 8 hours. Is it available for 8 hours? Is that available for 8 hours? Then performance. For per minute, it is supposed to produce 100 units. Per minute, it has to produce 100 units. 1 hour into 60 into 100. Okay. So 6000 units it should have produced. So performance, it has to produce 6000. How much it got produced? Plan is 6000. Production, what is the actual output? So achieved by plan. Then 6000, all the 6000s are okay. If all the 6000 is okay, third factor is quality, then 100%. No, some percentage got rejected, so that much percentage has to be reduced. So that will be the quality indices. So availability into performance into quality gives you the effectiveness. So we can see the actual terminology and definition from the ISO 9000 2015 standard. ISO 9000 2015 has given you the definition for it. So I am not telling from my own experience. I am decoding from the uh, terminology. It has been terminology and definition given by the standard. And similarly, if you take the IATF standard 8.5.1.5, there it talks about IATF. It talks about overall equipment effectiveness, not efficiency. Then IATF 16949 requirements. What is OEE? Uh, then KPI as OEE, the key performance indicators as OEE factors, how it has to be done. Assessment of OEE, linkage with the 6 big losses, factors that influence impact OEE. What are all the factors that influence? See, if you are going to take this program on OEE, OEE is a simple formula, as I told you, availability into performance into quality. But there are a lot of factors that influence this OEE, which we need to understand. For example, your cycle time, your standard time, how you have arrived at the standard time, and at what frequency you have arrived at the standard time. Based on that, in the standard time, what kind of allowances you have used. Based on the standard time, you have to calculate the capacity of the machine. So that will be indirectly the performance. Say for example, I was just before I was mentioning, in 1 minute a machine is supposed to be producing 100 units. How this 100 was derived? One fine day when this machine was purchased, this machine is, let us assume it is 1 or 2 years old. I'm very comfortably I'm telling just 1 or 2 years old. Imagine if that machine is old for 5 years or so. Will that be performing the same way it was produced the 5 years back? So you have taken this indices of per minute 600 units, sir. Sorry, per minute 100 units, sir. Okay, but how this 100 was derived? When it was last calculated, when it was reviewed, is this producing today also the same thing? If you take this indices all along and try to commit your customer, how we are committing the customer? Left and right we are telling some dates. Let us assume we are doing this on what is this May 27th. So May 27th, today is May 27th. Today we are saying that your customer is asking, I need these components by June 15th. Some XY quantity, XYZ quantity, this much quantity I need during June 15th. You say to him that no, to June 15th not possible, June 25th only we can give. Do you have a backup calculation for June 25th? On what basis you have given the you are giving the commitment date as June 25th? Do you have calculation for that? In spite of that, customer is pressurizing you to give it on June 15th. You are arguing in length. Finally, okay sir, let us see. You will try to give. Just to please the customer, we left and right give some commitment. This customer will start calling you from June 10th or June 5th onwards. Is it okay? Is it running? How much is going to come? Even today, this much has not come. We have asked some X quantity. Not even the 10% you have removed. You have delivered us. The dialogue starts. The people will be always will be hanging with the phone. Uh, the total day they will be with the phone. The simple dialogue is, when it will come, you have said that it is going to come, but it has not come. Yes sir, we will deliver it today sir. The phone will be for hours together, we will be in the phone. For the simple dialogue, customer is going to ask you, you are consistently failing on your delivery. You are supposed to deliver on such and such day, but it is not coming. You are going to say, no sir, sorry sir, this has happened, that has happened, that day itself we have told. A lot of stories we will be talking. Ultimately, the crux of the meeting, crux of the phone call will be, customer side, you have failed the delivery. From your side, no sir, we will deliver. This will be the dialogue. Then, how to avoid all these things? Have a standard time calculation documentation. To document it, what will be the method of doing the standard time calculation, and what are all the conditions you will be reviewing the standard time, recalculating the standard time. Whenever the machine got serviced, you will once again take the cycle time. Whenever a process change takes place, that time you have to take cycle time. So likewise, you have to document in your this thing. Then, according to the document, you need to do the cycle time study. Periodically, you have to review the cycle time study. Okay, those standard you have to update in your actual document. This OE linked document. This standard time has to be used for that performance calculation. Otherwise, you will say some performance indices in your calculation of OEE, but actually, the performance level will be something else. So, this OEE calculation has to be supporting you for your business growth. You have the machines. Machine has been purchased and it is supposed to perform to some required level. Only when if it is performing to that required expected level, your organization will be profitable. Else, we will be talking stories, but in reality nothing will happen. So these are all the things we will be covering in detail. When we are going through the subject, we will be covering all these things in detail. Then analysis of reason for low OEE levels. As I was telling you, what are all the factors that hinders this OEE level? The corrective actions to improve OEE. World class OEE level. What is the OEE level? World class, and certain case study also you will be seeing in this program. So here is the terminology. As I told you, from ISO 9000 2015 documentation, the class number is 3.7.10, where it says efficiency is relationship between result achieved and resources used. So in simple terms, results achieved is what? Output. Okay, and resources used is what? Input. So efficiency is equal to output by input. In our schools and colleges, we will be by hearting these definitions without missing the words, comma, semicolon, etc., etc., and just vomiting over there. We would have got some 2 marks. There, our objective is to getting marks and get the certificate and land into some company. Now we have landed into a company. Here, whatever we learnt, that has to be uh, understood to the intent, and it has to be practically implemented. For doing this, certain investments are taking place. So to those investments, we need to provide the output. So in order to get that, picturize the format, understand the picturize the definitions. Picturize the definitions. When you picturize the definitions in the formula, in the form of formula, it will be easily getting stuck into your mind. You should never forget this. So the simple formula for efficiency is output by input. Then how to define the effectiveness? What the standard says, extent to which planned activities are realized and planned results are achieved. Planned activities are realized. Realized means what? Realized means thinking. What you realized? In Tamil, என்றது நீங்கள் என்ன எண்ணினீங்க? In Tamil, क्या सोचा है आपने? आपने सोचा है ये करने के लिए, वो हुआ है कि नहीं? நீங்கள் நினச்சிங்க இது நடக்கணும்ன்ட்டு, அது நடந்ததா இல்லையா? Realized. Planned activities are realized. आपने जो सोचा है ये करना है करके, நீங்கள் என்ன நினச்சிங்க இதை பண்ணணும்னு நினச்சி, அது நடந்ததா? वो हुआ कि नहीं? And planned results are achieved. So extent to which planned activities are realized and planned results are achieved. So if you put it in the formula, effectiveness is what you achieved by what you planned, which is nothing but effectiveness is equal to achieved by plan. So this way you need to understand the terminology. Okay. Likewise, if you see, you understand the definitions or whatever you learn in the form of picturization. Naturally, you can go and apply. Okay, fine. Let us move forward.